Yes, the will of God also has character issues. Write it down somewhere. The will of God, whether it's in a man or a woman, also has character issues. Oh, hey guys, welcome to Real Talk with Victor. This is a safe place for love, relationship, and marriage. I love love. Do you love love? If you do love love and you really are in for real talk about love, relationship, and marriage, do well to hit that subscribe button. Now, beside the subscribe button, there is a notification bell right there. Do well to also hit that so that you can get all the updates that I will be dropping on this YouTube channel. Let us talk about forgiveness and forbearance, because one of the things that marriage will try is your forbearance, your ability to forbear, your ability to be patient. I know love can be very exciting. You meet this wonderful person, you're excited about this person, and you want to do life with this person. But guess what? A time is going to come in the process of the relationship that this person is going to offend you and get on your nerve. It's going to make you so mad. If there's one thing that marriage will do, is that marriage is going to drive you crazy sometimes. So somebody telling you that it's going to be happily ever after, awesome. Happily ever after, forgiving and forbearing one another. So we have this question before us. We need to ask about forgiveness and forbearance. What is forgiveness? It is the act of letting go of hurt or offense. It's the act of letting go of hurt or offense. While forbearance is the process of endurance or being patient with someone, or being patient with your partner through hurt and offenses, or rather through repeated act of offense or hurt. Being patient, loving till the latter, loving till the end. That's forbearance. So you need to ask yourself, do I see myself as a very forgiving person, or someone that can be patient? And you also need to ask your partner, do you see yourself as someone that is a very forgiving person, or someone that can be patient? Either which way, we must be able to ask ourselves these sincere questions and also come to a place of finding a good answer to them. There are some questions that we need to ask when it comes to forgiveness. You need to ask, how do you typically handle offense or hurt? How do you handle being offended? How do you handle it? How do you handle it? Is it something that gets to you so bad that you can't, but react, negatively and all that? There are people that when you offend them, they can't sleep until they let, out their heart, until they let out their heart. So how do you handle being offended? You need to ask that question, and you also need to ask your partner. Secondly, you need to ask, what does forgiveness mean to you? What does forgiveness mean to you? What do you see forgiveness as? Do you think that do you have what's your perspective? What's your ideology about forgiveness? These are questions that you need to also ask your partner. You need to ask your partner, are there things you find hard or impossible to forgive? And if there are things that you find hard or impossible to forgive, what are those things? So that I don't intentionally go do them. Because I know that if I do this thing, it hurts my partner and it might bring a rift or a divide or a gap in our relationship. So because we're going to be doing life together, and one way or the other, we will offend ourselves. What you should do is ask these questions of unforgiveness and on forbearance. How long does it take? Does it take immediately? Does it take one day? Does it take 1 week? Just allow me to chill. Just allow me to calm down. Just give me some time. I'm going to come around. I'm going to come around. This kind of thing whereby your partner offends you and your partner knows that just give him time. It's going to come around. How long does it take for you to forgive? How long does it take for you to forgive a hurt or an offense? These are questions that you should ask yourself and also ask your partner. Forgiveness is a big deal. Forgiveness is a big deal. If any relationship is going to thrive, it must thrive or ride on the wave or on the wings of forgiveness. To err is human. So to be a human is to be subjected to being annoying, you know, to being annoying. So no matter how much we love this person, and no matter how much we love this husband of ours or wife of ours, they will offend us and we might eventually offend them. So we need to ask the question on forgiveness. You also need to ask questions on forbearance. Because sometimes it might take you a longer time to come around. It might take your partner a longer time to come around. And maybe you are very certain that this is the person for you. This is the love of your life. This is somebody that you would want to do life with. Somebody asked me one time, he says, why is it that when you know of a certain that this person is the will of God for your life, but yet the marriage still breaks up, it still crashed? I says the will of God also has character issues. Write it down somewhere. The will of God, whether it's in a man or a woman, also has character issues, also have that thing that they are dealing with, that thing they are trying to go past. We have a lot of believers in church, Christians that love the Lord but are still struggling with one thing or the other, still struggling with attitude issues. You see, so it's being human. When we're human, the tendency to be annoying is there. Now, one of the things you have to ask when it comes to forbearance is, how long do you handle repeated offenses? Repeated. How long can you handle it? These are things that you must ask. I am stirring up questions this month. I know you are in love. I know you're excited about love. But come on, you need to ask some questions. You need to ask some questions. So how long does it take if you're to handle a repeated hurt or offense, a repeated habit? When it comes to forbearance, you need to ask, are you willing or are you able to love someone while they are still growing? Or are you willing to love someone and wait on them becoming? It's so powerful. It's so important. You need to ask that question to yourself, even to your partner. Are you willing to love someone while they are still becoming, while they are still in their process of becoming that woman that you want them to be and that man that you want them to be? Are you willing to love someone while still waiting for them to grow in certain areas? It's so important that you ask that question. Remember, the goal is that divorce is not an option. So let's get this thing, let's discuss it, let's talk about it so that we can get our marriage working. I believe today has blessed you. Please do well to leave a like, share it with someone, and subscribe. Subscribe to the channel. Come join us in this family. God bless you.